We are back for an all-new episode of Bona Fide or Bogus. 5 new potential facts, 2 potential cats could be here, and an unlimited amount of potential fun. So let's do it. It's week 30-something, I think 32, and trying to get above 70%. I'm trying to break that 70% barrier that I just have not been able to break. So we're going to see if we can do this. I'm also realizing that I wore this shirt on the last episode, I think, and now it looks like I only have one episode or one shirt, or I just taped all of these at once, which I did not. So last week and this week were not taped on the same day. So now it just looks like I wear the same shirt over and over again. Oh well. Potential fact number 1. In Vegas, gamblers wear players' advantage disposable underwear, adult diapers. Players no longer need to leave a slot machine or game table for a potty break. Okay. I feel weird sometimes with this because I feel like timing is sometimes super weird, and I'll see something referenced and then like the next week or a couple weeks later, it'll be a question in here. So like timing is a really weird thing. And I'm pretty sure this is true because I saw a video of what appeared to be online. It appeared to be from that angle. It appeared to be somebody playing a slot machine or like a like some kind of gaming machine in Vegas. And it looked like they were having a bathroom incident. And somebody in the comments said, obviously they're not wearing those, like people in Vegas wear adult diapers so they don't have to get up. And then there was a whole conversation about it. So I feel like that's true because I actually saw an online conversation about it, and I believe the internet. So I am going to say true. Number 2, French President Emmanuel Macron's wife, Brigitte Trogneux, is one of his former high school teachers. I'm not going to say anything inappropriate. I'm not going to say anything about my high school and my high school teachers. I don't know. I feel like that would have been a controversy that people would have talked about. It basically comes down to, do I think he's kind of a degenerate that way? Sure, why not? Let's say, yeah, this is not how I get to 70%. So, this is just me just taking wild guesses. And, we see what happens. So I'll say, yeah, why not? Let's just take a shot at it. Number 3, as a graduate student, computer scientist David Canfield Smith introduced the idea of computer icons. He was inspired by Russian Orthodox Church icons that used graphics to represent a function or meaning of an image. I think, okay, here's what it comes down to, is there's a lot, this is one of those where there's a lot of elements that could be right or not if they just switch one thing. Like it could be, because it says as a grad student, computer scientist, David Canfield Smith. So what if he was like, he wasn't a grad student, he was like, something else, or he wasn't a computer scientist, he was studying something else. But or like it wasn't the Russian Orthodox Church, it was something else, and not necessarily true. So there's a lot that could go wrong here, but I feel like, especially after the last one, especially after that one, I feel like it's just time to take wild swings, right? This is time to take wild swings at it. I believe we owe David Canfield Smith a thank you for the computer icons. So let's say yes. Why not? Potential fact number 4, as with humans, one of the most common operations undertaken on dogs is the removal of the appendix All right, so is an appendectomy a common operation on dogs? I know like a lot of dogs, they have other operations, like whether it's broken bones or things like that, where they go and have to have whatever surgery. I don't think I've ever heard of a dog having an appendix removed. And I don't think I know any person who has ever told me that they knew of a dog, which I don't know why I would have that conversation with anybody or how it would come up in conversation. But I have known a lot of people who have dogs and have had dogs. I've had a lot of dogs growing up, and an appendix is never something that I've ever heard in relation to a dog. So I'm saying no. My gut wild swing at this one saying no. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. So we don't know. We might find out that I'm totally wrong. We'll see. That's the beauty of this game. Potential fact, fifth and final, number 5. It is best to fill your car with gas in the early morning because gas is denser when it is cold. You get more gas per gallon. Now, I've seen online, again, like we talked about in the first question, I've seen online where people will post pictures of like, gas is sold by whatever through the thing, and it doesn't take into account like temperature of gas, and that can kind of change it. So there might be something to this. But is it denser when it's cold? I don't know. I don't think you get more gas per gallon. I think it might just be like, I don't know. I don't know the physics behind it. I don't know enough about the physics behind it. I think that's physics. I don't know. In the early morning because gas is denser when it's cold. This show makes me feel like I'm denser all the time. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to say yeah. And I know I literally just got done saying wild swings. Let's just guess about it. But I don't know. That just, again, the last two just kind of didn't stick right with me. So something about them, I feel like those are tricky ones. All right. I've got my guesses. I've got 3 yeses, 2 nos, 3 trues, 2 falses, 3 bona fides, 2 boguses. Bogus I don't know. And we're about to find out how correct I am. So at this point, I'd like to take this opportunity, as usual, to remind you to subscribe and to thumbs up. Give me a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We are marching towards 50,000. We are so close. When we get to 50,000, we're going to do something real fun. And then when we get to 100,000, if we get to 100,000, I don't want to count on it. But if we do, we'll do something really good for that. You can find TN2M shows. If you haven't, I don't know how you wouldn't be able to find it without, like, as you're watching this video. Whatever, we're going to move on past that because now it's getting weird. Here we go. In Vegas, gamblers wear players' advantage disposable underwear. Players no longer need to leave a slot machine or game table for a potty break. I said that was bona fide. It is bona fide. It definitely gives new meaning to craps table. You don't subscribe for the jokes. You subscribe for the trivia. I know. French President Emmanuel Macron's wife, Brigitte Trogneux, is one of his former high school teachers. I said bona fide. It is. Macron's parents initially thought he had been dating her daughter, Lawrence, who was his classmate. 2-0. We got a good start going. I feel like we're going to be okay. As a grad student, computer scientist David Canfield Smith introduced the idea of computer icons. He was inspired by Russian Orthodox Church icons that used graphics to represent a function or meaning of an image. I said bona fide. It is bona fide. Computer icon is a picture, so it is worth 1,000 words. In my case, I see it and it's my computer. Two left. Two left. Hopefully you are doing well. As with humans, one of the most common operations undertaken on dogs is the removal of the appendix. I said no, I don't think so. I don't think that's true. I said it was bogus. It is bogus, and it says dogs do not have an appendix, which answers my question. So, could break out of and into the 70 percentage points at this point, because right now I'm, as we say, around 70, and this, we're already at 80%, so this week might have done it. We'll see how good. Fifth and final, it is best to fill your car with gas in the early morning because gas is denser. When it is cold, you get more gas per gallon. I said that that was absolute rubbish. That is bogus. It is bogus. Gasoline is stored in deep underground tanks and its density remains constant throughout the day and the night. 5 and 0 with a smiley face and an exclamation point. Let me know how you did in the comments and how your percentage is stacking up to mine as we continue to march on into and through the last half. We're almost into the last quarter of the year, which is exciting. So let me know how you're doing, how on track you are, and make sure to join me next week where I will have 5 new potential facts, who knows how many cats, and it will be sure to be a bona fide good time.